Hi, welcome to this informal chat I'm going to have this evening. And the lighting's not very good, so I do apologize. I could maybe adjust something here. Let's see. Maybe a little bit better. Hey, you can kind of see me. I just really felt inspired to just get on and chat for a little bit. This YouTube channel, I'm really trying to figure out what I'm doing here. It feels a bit confusing at times, but I know that I've just been working with people since 2018, and the work has changed and progressed in those years. From where I started actually as a health coach, and I still do that to this day. Actually, I do work at a clinic with a functional medicine practitioner and also offer, the diet and lifestyle changes, assistance and guidance in that area. And I thought I'd just give maybe today a little bit of background about what I'm doing, the work that I have been doing, and the things that I've been seeing recently. And like I said, I've been coaching, I guess, for lack of a better word, mentoring since 2018. And it started in the area of the physical body, in health, in diet and lifestyle changes as a functional medicine health coach. And eventually it progressed into, as you can see with the gong, it's progressed into sound, into frequency, into energy work, and really working with the subconscious mind and also our biofield, our aura, that things aren't just held in the body, but they're actually held in this field around us. And I've been working with people for many years. Like I said, 2018 is when it all began. And what I've noticed in really recent, like it's been this year and maybe a little bit of last year, is that I'm noticing that changes are happening faster for people. So the healing in whatever area of their life can actually happen a lot faster than before. And I think it all makes sense because as more and more of us are waking up, awakening, depending on what you're listening to or what your beliefs are right now, in this ascension process, I just like to see it that really consciousness is rising, right? More and more people since COVID, essentially, have come to realize that what am I doing all this for? Whether it's a career that they're not happy with, work, friendships, relationships, intimate relationships. But, we're just having to make these huge pivots and these huge changes in our lives because we're starting to really connect more with our heart, and to realize that I've got this one human existence right now that I know about, and that I want to make the best of it. And I don't want to be on a hamster wheel, and I don't want to be hustling and grinding and doing all that. And I want to enjoy my life, and I want to enjoy my relationships, and I want to take care of my body. And the reality is we need to, because we live in a very toxic world at this point, unfortunately, in terms of our physical environment, for all the ways and all the reasons that it's been happening. And it actually takes time, right? It takes a little bit of time to take care of our body, whether it is eating properly. And so, doing the food prep and going to the grocery store or going to a market and buying healthier food, that takes time. If we're going to be exercising, working out, going for walks, sun gazing, yoga, meditation, all these things actually take some time. And the old paradigm, which you're going to be working a minimum 8 hours a day, and let's say if you have a family, if you have kids or you have other dependents in your life or people you're helping, then that doesn't leave any room to meditate or to take care of your body. So I feel like, this whole shift happened, and it's been happening for a while, of course, but it really ramped up within, the 2020 segment that started. And people are realizing that taking care of their physical body and their mental health and their mind, body, and spirit is actually way more important than the paycheck. And yes, we need money because we do exist in this world currently where we do need to buy things and pay for things. But there's been this shift, right, of what's important. And so because of all that, right, there's this rising of consciousness that's happening, right? People are waking up and people are, taking stock of what's really important to them and adding practices. And like, there's so many people out there right now that are offering healing, or there's so many healing modalities. And why are there so many healing modalities, and which one works and which one doesn't work? And I think that they're all here because we're all unique human beings. And what resonates for one person doesn't resonate for the other. And then you can kind of move on and go on to the next thing and see what does resonate for you. So I think that's why there are so many healing modalities, because we are just all unique beings. And there's just all these different layers and different shifts that we go through. And so through those different shifts, certain things are needed and then certain things are not. And then we move on to kind of something else that suits us at that time. Like if I even think about my own journey, it really started with the physical body, right? It was all about the physical body when I first met my first naturopath, probably in 2002, if I remember that correctly. That's when I was introduced to a naturopath, and that's when I started focusing on my physical body, because I always had digestive issues and just a lot of digestive issues and, intolerance to gluten, dairy, all those things. And that led me through a process of the physical body, and then eventually finding my way from 2020 and beyond to, to energy work and to my state of being, realizing that this is really important because my state of being is constantly creating my reality. And actually my present reality is a reflection of my past states, in actual fact. And that everything that I agree to in my day-to-day life is based on my assumptions. And then that's the reality I see, right? So all of these things that have been around, that are being spoken about more and more now, because there's this rising of consciousness. And because of that, because the frequency is getting higher and higher, and we are getting support from wherever it's coming from the sun, from, out there in the galactics, then we are able to actually heal faster. And this is what I'm noticing. And this week I've had, 2 experiences with 2 clients that, within one session, something that was really turbulent in their life just completely shifted the next day, and they were able to have a completely different experience of that fear and of that existence, of that old way of being. And will it come back again? I don't know, right? That all depends on us and how we continue forward. And that doesn't mean you're doing something right or wrong. It doesn't mean that things don't stick or things don't stay. But what I've learned for sure is that no one's coming to save you, and you actually have to do the work. So yes, I'm absolutely here to help people reprogram their subconscious mind, to reprogram their beliefs, to assist with that with different modalities, and to use frequency and to use sound. And then you got to keep going, right? Because what will happen is, it's not that let's say that healing didn't work with whatever practitioner that you've been with, but what happens is, as we continue to release and to let go of things, because that is what this journey is, then new little things come up, new little triggers come up. And that may look like you feel like you're going backwards, but you're not going backwards. There's just this new aspect that's showing up, and then you need to show up again as the version that you want and choose the state of being that you want, right? And I truly believe in this work and believe that it's really us choosing, because I've been and have been to so many like different type of, I don't know what to call them, but like, I don't know, just courses or healings or things that, you kind of expect like something's going to change right away. And that was in the past. And I think that it no longer happens that way anymore, that now things can happen faster and faster. But what I've noticed is you still have to keep choosing. You still have to choose every day of how you're going to be, of where you're going to put your attention, where you're going to put your focus. What are the states of being that you're agreeing to? What are the limitations that are out there that you're agreeing to every day? When someone says something to you, oh, it's like this way, and you nod your head. Like, these are all the little things that impede or that interfere with continued healing. So, yeah. So a lot has changed, is what I feel like, as it continues, and it continues to change. And I'm just always amazed and astonished of like, just recently seeing so many people just, the work is really speaking to them, and they're really making the changes. And it's been amazing to see. I've had a number of clients recently that it feels like they're really showing up because they're really ready. And because they're really ready, it's like things are really changing. So I just wanted to share a little bit today about what I've been experiencing, what I've been doing, and hoping that, you can get to know me a bit better, as I'm also trying to navigate what I'm offering here as a message on this channel. I actually really like being on YouTube. I like this idea of this channel because it feels just, I don't know, I guess it just feels less noisy than other social media platforms, for the obvious reasons of how the interaction is here. And I just really want to help more people. So it's currently June, and I'm currently offering a program in the month of June. And basically it's weekly meditation classes that are happening Mondays and Wednesdays. So Monday at 11:30 Eastern Time, and 2 Wednesdays that are at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And those classes are basically a little bit of teaching, a little bit of talking, and they are sound frequency meditations. And the main theme of this gathering is heart and brain coherence. So it's called the Coherence Circle, and it's happening all through the month of June. And then on Fridays in the month of June, I'm offering a 1-hour, basically coaching hour. So I'm calling it office hours, and it's at 11:30 EST. And it will be half an hour to an hour, depending on how many people show up, and see it as a coaching time, like anything that you're needing guidance on, anything that you're needing help on, from really, the physical body. So from all my experience as working as a health coach and working with a functional medicine doctor, to energy work, to spiritual healing, to subconscious reprogramming, all of it. So I'm offering 4 Fridays at 11:30 EST, where you can come to the hour, as I'm calling it, office hours, and you can ask me anything you'd like assistance with. It is in a group setting, so as long as you're open to share, and oftentimes even just sitting there and listening to others, there's always overlap and similar themes that we're experiencing. So yeah, it's called the Heart Coherence Circle. I'm very excited about this offering. I might turn it into a monthly membership. but I started offering it because I wanted to be of more service, and I wanted something that I could do weekly, because I used to offer meditation for free actually for years, from COVID years. And I think I ended it at around, I did it for about 3 years, and I think I ended it around 2023 because just my schedule got busy with life, with my kids. So yeah, I wanted to get back to that. So I wanted to get back to having weekly meditation classes, a weekly class where we can practice being in our heart, practicing brain and heart coherence, feeling more elevated, feeling better afterwards, and taking that through our day. And so I've set up the month of June with a class every week. And the first 2 weeks, it's every Monday and Wednesday. And everything is recorded. So whatever you've missed, you can watch those recordings. And again, the most exciting part, I think, is that you have Fridays with me at around noon, 11:30, between 11:30 and 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. You have an hour with me to ask me anything, and that I can help you with anything in your life. So that's what I will share today. And I just came out of actually the Wednesday night class, because it is Wednesday, and it was a beautiful healing, and someone experienced something shift in their body that was quite profound, that has to do with the physical body, and that has to do with healing, and that has to do with an ailment. So that happened within a very short period of 30-minute sound frequency meditation. So if this interests you, the link is somewhere. I'm going to add it maybe in the comments, so you'll find it there. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And I hope to get to meet you and get to help you in any way that I can. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.